What's up, fam? It's your guy checking in. You know what I'm saying? Let me put my lick up. Gotta put my licks up because, this is something like a business as well. If anybody, feel the desire to want to participate, in this movement and grow as I grow. And I'm telling y'all something, this real business. When this started really rolling like I'm working it up to be, all of you guys that was here from the beginning, you're going to really be proud, of what we're going to achieve. This is just the beginning of the process. I'm testing out my equipment and, doing the checks, balances as necessary. Trying to sign on with these different sponsors and companies to promote different products. I say this again, and this is going to take more psychological and psychoanalysis than I'm capable of delivering. But I will say that we have to course correct. Our people are just literally dying. I see so many young men, so many older men. Right now, I can walk out this door and they're laying on the ground, and it's like I don't know if they gave up because they still have breath in their body. But I can't say they're stagnant. They're stuck. They're in a place that nobody will be. It takes a whole new paradigm shift to get to what's really going on out here. I know for a fact that these politicians, they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue about how to resolve what we're dealing with. Number one, guys, and you can, feel this way or you can feel that way, but this is what's going to have to happen. Every single United States citizen, let me say that again for the people that, dwell on, immigrants and all of this and that. And immigrants is each and every one of us. The only people that can lay true claim to this land is the Native American, which I have some of that blood in me too. I don't talk about it, but we've never, been recognized. But if you look at my great grandmother, they look like the Indians of old. Yes, our great grandmother. I've seen her with my own eyes. On my mother's side of the family, literally had a lot of Indian in her. We could trace that through DNA, et cetera, et cetera. My point is, there is nobody they claim to this land other than those of us that's truly blood and soil. If that's where y'all want to go with this, that is us, not you. If you trace your lineage, you would probably end up coming from one of those different places where, was allowed to come in the turn of the 20th century. Ireland, all of that. All of those different countries that we allowed in. I say we allowed you in. Now, don't act like a fool, because you are a guest here also. But that belies my point. I'm talking about our people, black people now. And when people, this is the Angry Black Man podcast. Like I was saying earlier, my representative that I had put some of this, she mismatched the names of these different programs. She got the People Project first, which is the nonprofit arm of what I do. But this should have been the Angry Black Man podcast. We'll switch that up later on. But where I'm coming from with the Angry Black Man podcast is strictly from the heart. And when I say the Angry Black Man, I'm not talking about going out and doing stupid stuff and disrespecting people. Because one of the tenets of what I believe in and is concrete in my heart is respect. I'm real big on respect. I respect everybody and everything that has breath. A dog, a bird, a cat, any type of living being, I respect as God would have us to. When we get to the level of where we are now with this savagery that's going on, it's hard to respect these people out here now that's perpetrating these acts. But we still have to treat them with dignity and respect. I'm going through a transition right now myself. And, I don't know what the outcome gonna be, but I'm solid as a rock. And I know I'm built for this. The mission is mine, I'm taking it. And I'm not gonna waver about what I have to do. Now, sticking into my code of ethics, sticking with the morals that I stand by. I really, like I always say, I've been doing this a long time now. When I look back, you probably got some videos of me, speaking about different subjects, probably going back to 2012. No, maybe, I don't know. Some of them are still posted on here. I'm not deleting anything. Anything and everything I've said, I stand by that. Whether it's 5 years, tomorrow, next week, I stand by what I say. I'm bound to make a mistake here or there. Nobody's perfect. But if I make a mistake, I will come back and correct it. I will come back and correct it. Right now, I'm doing a marketing campaign with different companies like Walmart, Macy's, Amazon. I'm trying to get on all of them if I can in that marketing area, because that's actually where people can actually try to make a living at in the marketing of the product. But we need y'all support. Nothing happens without the people. Nothing happens without someone putting forth some effort and seeking out. Listen. I drive all the way over on the other side of town to get some barbecue or to get whatever it is the item is that I might want. Coming from a black man, coming from a black business. Any kind of way I can, I would go out the way to do business with my people. Even though some of them are ratchet. I'm going to call a spade, as they say. Some of them ratchet. I went to one business over here and the lady stood over there on her phone and looked up at me and looked back down at her phone, kept doing what she was doing. Now, I don't know what world that we are in, but I know this. I am the customer, right? I'm coming to spend money. And your job that you took on, you signed up for, says to serve the customer. But we're failing at customer service. I think I'm gonna spend some time to try to put together something that could be shopped to some of these corporations. Because as they say, shit run downhill. So, or if the head of the company and those that's hiring and firing are able to impart some of these tools that these people may not have, they need these tools because it's chasing away business. I never go back to that place. And I put a horrible review on Google because I am a Google guide also. You can look that up. I am a Google guide. So if I come to a business, look at this face. If I come in a business and you treat me like shit, the public will know that. I will tell the public the truth of exactly how that business was, exactly how that business treated me. Whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're Mexican, whether you're Chinese, it does not matter. When you open your door to do business with the public, you have a responsibility and an obligation to treat every customer like you want to be treated. And that is not asking for much. It's under the common sense approach. The common sense approach that tells you that you have to treat customers with respect or find you another job. Okay? So we got that straight. That is a whole vibe out here now with these people in these stores and whatnot. We should have a rule that you can't even have your cell phone while you work. Lock it up in the locker. I'm going to promote that too. I'm going to start to promote that to the businesses. You don't have no business or reason to have your phone while you're at work. When you take a break, then you can go get your phone and do what you want to do on your break. But I see this everywhere I go. Had an appointment the other day at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. These are all Negroes. Crow Negro. And I went in there at 7:45. Took an hour to get there. 15 minutes early. Sit there, 9 o'clock hit. I see all of the staff walking around, eating, that early in the morning, eating, on their phone, walking back and forth, while me and another lady sat there from 8 until after 9. It wasn't until she got up and went to the window and said, woo, 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 they finally called us. That is ridiculous. You gave us an 8 o'clock appointment. An 8 o'clock appointment. And it was well after 9 before we were seen. There ain't excuse for that. There is absolutely no excuse for that. That's niggerism as you could be. And I'm calling it what it is, niggerism. They probably strike this video. They strike a lot of my videos. But I'm telling them up front, I'm an angry black man. So when you relate to the anger, it's verbal anger. It's expressive anger. Now, we all know everybody has a propensity or a proclivity for violence. There's not one person, and you need to understand that. Yes, I'm capable of violence, but I control that violence. I will not allow that violence to come out unless it is necessary. And I fear no man but God. So understand that. I'm too old to play games. That's one of the reasons that I'm by myself right now. I don't have time for your games, honey. Go play with a toy. You understand me? When you come dealing with me, then you got to step up on some grown folks shit. Because I ain't playing your childish games under no circumstance. I don't care how good you look. I don't care how bad you look. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, business. I need a person that's down for their crown, you understand me? That's ready to get to work and do what needs to be done. All that old bullshit that certain people preaching about on these different channels over here and there. And I watch you, and I observe you, and I hear what you're saying. You talking bullshit. That's what you're doing. You talking bullshit. You misleading these ladies. Few of y'all, and I watch the best. I got the best on my line. The best in the business. You hear me? Hundreds of thousands of followers. And you're misleading those girls. If you think you're telling them girls they can get a man, you understand me, to do whatever they want to do, so they can be some type of a princess. To be a princess, honey, your daddy had to be a king, preparing her princess for a king. When you call yourself a queen, then you are subject to the king, right? Do you even know how that goes? You're just throwing around terms and phrases and ideologies that you don't even know. A queen is subject to the king. And that's when we don't went astray. The queen thinks she can go that way. And that's why we out of order. I had to leave my wife. I'm going to say it again. I had to leave my wife, or my wife left me. However it went, we not together. Based on order. She had got out of order in my book. And I love her still. That doesn't matter to me. Love has nothing to do with it. That's the truest statement that anyone want to ever make. Love has nothing to do with it. If you give me love and you give me loyalty, I'll take the loyalty over the love. Love is over here. Loyalty is over there. And it will not shake and it will not break. Because loyal, then you're going to know what you got to do. You're going to know what the first process and procedure is going to be. You're going to know what you can and what you cannot do. Nobody has to tell you. This ain't no dictatorship. I've never had a woman that have all the freedom that she ever wanted. Because I trust you until you show me not that I cannot trust you. And once you show me that I cannot trust you, or you tell me something or you lie to me, you only get one time. You don't get two. You get one time. And I'm cutting your ass off. I'm cutting your ass off. Because listen, they are misleading you. Get you a good guy that loves you and loyal to you, and y'all fix it up. It might be a time now. Pick him up. Don't talk that bullshit. 50-50 man. Listen there, me. There's no 50-50 man, and there ain't no 50-50 woman. It's 100% of me, and it's 100% of you, or it ain't nothing at all. And like I told y'all before, I've been accused of this, and I'll say that, you know, hey, it's a lot of it that's true. I play by the book. So don't come to me if you're not playing by the book. If you want to break the rule, if you want to go and play games, keep it moving. Keep it moving. See, that's how people get hurt. That's exactly how people get hurt. They play games. And those who play games on themselves. Because you can't gain a master in the game. It's just impossible. So, be humble. Black women, it's a sad situation out here. And I don't care what nobody say. Too many of y'all obese. Too many of y'all are obese. I mean, it's just sad. Young lady, come on now, pick yourself up. Stop it. Stop it right now. Pick yourself up. Sometimes it hurts, but a lie kills you. There's absolutely no way that you should eat so much that you're out of control. Find something else to do. Find something else to do besides eating. And get in the gym. Make that part of your routine. If you don't want to get in the gym, but do it, if not every day, 3 times a week. Set up your program. Get some discipline. Because when I see you, and it's not a medical situation, because we understand there's some people that have medical situations, and that's to be expected. We talk about you, healthy, regular, everyday young ladies out here by the thousands and thousands and thousands that's just totally obese. Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want that. Not nobody about you. Yeah, you can always get a dick. Slick Rick dick over here and over there. Yeah, you can always get a dick. Hitting the run. Maybe that's the game y'all want to play. But that'll eventually catch up with you. Whether by disease or whatever. But it'll eventually catch up with you. So, I'm going to say this again. Get yourself together. Stop worrying about what a man got. Whatever a man got, it belongs to him. It don't belong to you. I wouldn't buy a bitch a motherfucking purse, if you understand me, a life depended on it. If she's not mine, and when I mean mine, I don't mean like Puffy. I don't mean Puffy Combs, mine, where I own you, my slave. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about mine in the bonds of what we about, and we standing on our bed. You understand me? We like Bonnie and motherfucking Clyde. You understand me? We coming up. You understand me? Ain't no bullshit in our game. When the motherfuckers see us, they know we about our business. You understand me? That's what I'm talking about. It's very few can meet the standards that's necessary to go where you want to go. Most of y'all, you understand me? And I'm not putting you down. Don't get it twisted. I'm a ghetto superstar. You understand me? I've been there. I was out there in the field all my life. In one way or another. Whether on the legal side or the illegal side. I've been out there all my life. So don't play with me. Miss me. I'm just saying, y'all, start recognizing the times in which we live. Stop worrying about what somebody else got. Stop worrying about, you understand me, trying to get something somebody else got. That's called coveting. That's called coveting. That's one of the 7 deadly sins. Jealousy, envy, lust, gluttony. That's why I can talk about this obesity. That's out of the Bible that you claim you believe in. Anybody now that run up to me talking about they're a Christian or they believe in the Bible and all that, I'm looking at you, side-eyed. Simple as that. I'm looking straight at you side-eyed and that you some type of scam. Because if that's what you are, then that's what you will show that you are. Your spirit will show that's what you are. You don't have to speak on that. Because it will be shown through how you treat people, how you speak to people, how you carry people. All of that is what a true Christian is. Most Christians don't even know Christ. Let me say that again for the slow people. Most Christians don't even know Christ. They shaking, faking, and taking. The Bible says to study to show yourself approved. I mean, even going to one of the most, I mean, I don't know, I don't want to put no labels on it, but you know, I've been a member of the Potter's House here in Dallas since 2001. 2001, I've been a member over there at the Potter's House. I haven't been lately, you know, ain't got nothing to do with Bishop Puffy and all that, ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't listen to that kind of stuff. And it doesn't matter to me about that personal stuff, whatever they were doing, ain't got nothing to do with me. I go to the bishop, and I've been a member of the Potter's House for the word of God. God can use anybody. God can use a stick. He can use an inanimate object. He don't have to use people, but he has used the bishop. The bishop is on another level with this spiritual, biblical game. No matter what you want to label him as, he's a great leader. He's a great guy. I don't know him personally. I ain't never tried to get around the bishop or never tried to get in his circle. None of that. And I've been there, what did I say? Since 2001. Because that ain't for me. That's what they do. I come again to feed my spiritual soul. Not to worry about who somebody's sleeping with. Anything about any of that. That's not my business. Y'all done stepped all out of order, getting in things that don't concern you. The word says, let the man and the people of God deal with the people of God. Not you guys that's outside the fence talking. I've seen the great works that this brother has done with my own eyes. So there's nothing that you can say to me about that man. If he got something that's going on that's not above the board, it'll come out. It'll come out. And, you know, everything that's in the dark will come to the light eventually. But again, that ain't on me. I may go in the morning just on the strength. See y'all over at the Potter House in the morning. But I think I'm going to go. Ain't been in a while. It's time for me to go refresh my spirit. Because if you don't, then, you know, you tend to go off and go astray, you know, out here in this world. Into a vacuum that, you know, you can't get out of. So I tell anybody, until you're teachable, until you're able to be flexible, until you're able to be up under the guidance of teachings, you can never be a leader. You have to get up under a leader to become a leader and learn and learn and learn and learn and listen and listen and listen and listen and keep your mouth shut. It ain't until you have graduated to that level that you should open up your mouth. I'm just at a point in my life where I must speak. I cannot stop. I have a fire burning down in my soul that cannot be quenched. And it's a quest for justice. It's a quest for righteousness. It's a quest for seeing our people do better. It's a quest for starting at this age, new venture, new businesses, new avenue, new productivity, new e-commerce, all of these things that has been hidden from us and hidden from me. But if we don't plug into, we will be left behind. With the advent of this artificial intelligence, it has been reported that young people people 18 years and all of that in that age group. I don't know what they call them now. But they were unable to distinguish between artificial intelligence and real. So we have already crossed the Rubicon of reality and fantasy. We over there now in the midst of the matrix. And when I say that, it's real. I've seen it with my own eyes. Every single person that's walking around with a device or laptop or notepad or whatever, you plug into the matrix. And it's trillions of dollars going around in there every day. Trillions with a T. Trillions of dollars going through there every day. How much of it is we captured? How much of it is we getting a part of? How much of it is we getting for our people? I tell you, man, whatever I do, I'm breaking in. Like Tupac said, I've been knocking at the door, knocking at the door. I see y'all in there eating. I see y'all eating. I'm outside, knocking at the door, knocking at the door, knocking at the door. After a while, I'm gonna kick the door down. I'm hungry, give me something to eat. I'm hungry, give me something to eat. Hey, give me something to eat. And listen what I'm saying. Black people, this is the land that we're gonna have to get in this game on the ground floor and try to make a difference. You got fan base, that's a black company. Soon as I money up, I'm plugging in. I'm a plug in. You dig what I'm saying? Whatever investments I can make in there, I'm going in. Why? Because it's a black man. I want to support him. I'm on there now. I'm going to support him. Black man. I'm speaking like this. It's necessary. I'm not speaking against white people. I'm speaking about black people. The lost tribe. The lost tribe. That's us. If you don't know who you are, then you're going to always be misled. You don't know the greatness of our people. There has been not one thing done in this country that black people didn't either create, you ain't listening, black people created or is creating right now. And it has always been that way. But you know what happened on the way to the market? Our pocket get picked. And we lose control of our things that we created. We lose control of the things that we invented. Even going back to Edison and all of guys, come to find out, they stole patents from black people. They stole patents from black people. Black people invented. I'm gonna start a series on this because it's too much for me to just try to speak on now. But I'm gonna start a series on identifying and putting out here to the public some of these things that black people invented that didn't get credit for, that we use every single day in our lives. Because most people don't know about it. And hopefully by the end of the process that people will be able to get something out of it. Like I said, I'm all in. It ain't no going back or turning around for me. I'm all in. I'm breaking in this game. Y'all might well come on and give me some of that money now, because I'm coming. I'm coming. I won't my people to be on my team. I'm trying to put a little team together now. I've been reaching out to different people. They ain't coming back, correct. So I just cross their name off the list. I don't care if you're county, I don't care who you are. As the brothers say, show your work. Show your work. If you ain't able to show your work, get in here, start working. Don't come in here after the whole house is already built. And then here you come trying to get credit or trying to do this or that. It ain't work that way. This is what's called the ground floor. And I ain't got no support from none of my people. I'm basically been left for dead. I've been left for dead. And it's okay. Because these are the things that has to happen to go through this process. When you are in the midst of a divorce and, all of this, your whole life is in a turmoil for that period of time, if you're human. So I'm going through that, but I'm not gonna waver. I'm not gonna fall. I'm built for this, you hear me? I'm built for this. Little guy like me, but never underestimate dynamite come in small packages, but create such damage when they explode. And again, I know I've been jumping around, different topics because I'm just expressing myself. I don't have a script. I'm gonna start creating a script because sometimes you need a little guidance with freelance and the freestyling like I do. And but I got so much in my heart that has to be expressed that I don't think I can stop. I can go on and on and on and on to the break of dawn, because that's how important this is. I got something I wanted to read. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this old saying, roast. We read this in alcohol and drug treatment, and I just want to give it to you. It's from the King Baby lecture from Bob Brissett, giving credit to the author, Bob Brissett. I'm actually for fair use under the public doctrine. Bob says, I'm a chemically dependent person and a member of the Hazelton team. This morning during class, certain characteristics that is shared by a lot of chemically dependent people is something that often stays with us after we get clean and get dry. It's something we're going to have to work on if we're going to have good sobriety. If simply we're going to be at all happy in this life. It's something that seems to be born of our loss of personal freedom. This characteristic is immaturity, egocentricity. It's what we call at Hazelton the King Baby Syndrome. That is the King Baby Syndrome. Now, how does the chemically dependent person, the alcoholic, become King Baby? The consummate egomaniac. Professionals tell us that the addict has an almost intrinsic, instinctive need to protect himself from the knowledge that he's hooked. That this is right in the disease. And that because of it, the addict becomes extremely defensive. It's that this defensiveness stifling our mental and emotional and spiritual growth that reduces us all, to some degree at least, to a state of king babyhood. At any rate, that's what the psychologists say. And it makes sense But I guess it doesn't really make any difference how we get where we are. This is where we are, and how do we manage to cope with this problem of ours? Being king, baby, isn't so bad, really, if you happen to be a baby. As a matter of fact, it's a natural, normal thing in a baby. Babies cry, and someone rushes to feed them, change their diaper, hold them, burp them, or somehow administer to them. Babies smile, and everybody says, "Good baby." Nice things happen to babies. Then they close their eyes and everything goes away. When they open their eyes once more, everything comes back again. Babies have absolute power over the world. They can truly make it appear and disappear. The tough old world is really their oyster, and it's a nice deal for babies. Most people grow out of this stage, maybe ourselves included. At about the age of 4 or 5, by then, unhappily, some of us, like some of us assembled here this morning, stop growing, and at some point, and begin growing down. And by the time we get into a treatment program, we become full-fledged king babies, genuine egomaniacs. Oddly enough, another characteristic shared by many chemically dependent people, and it goes right along with the egomania, is a strong feeling of inferiority. Once we get into treatment, most of us do pretty well working on the flip side of the king baby syndrome. It's easier to get over feeling inferior than it is with the egomania, mainly because we don't enjoy feeling inferior. We don't get any satisfaction out of it. There aren't any rewards in being king baby. For some of us, it's difficult to even want to quit playing the king baby game. But there are some very good reasons for doing so. One is that if you do, you feel more free, and you feel living that is more comfortable and interacting with other human beings whom you begin to treat as people, not as objects or things to be manipulated and used for our own satisfaction. Another is that you feel cleaner inside, better able to swing with life, to feel the natural high, the intoxication of really being alive and experiencing people becoming people, not things to be manipulated and played with like toys. People can become genuine, equal partners in the beautiful business of living, not as objects for us to exploit. This morning, we'll talk about 6 different ways in which the king baby syndrome reveals itself. We'll discuss each one a little bit and see if we fit in anywhere. We'll see if any of these descriptions fit us. Just like baby, alcoholics assume that the world is our little private orchard. We tyrannize our homes, our wives, our children. We demand meals to be served before there has been an opportunity to prepare them. We throw tantrums if everything isn't done thoroughly. We demand that the food be of our choice, not the family's choice. We demand that the TV be our program, not the family's program. And we deserve this, we tell ourselves. Didn't we work hard all day at the office? What if we did have 5 coffee breaks, a 3 martini lunch that lasted until 2:45, and a couple of long, warm counseling sessions with that pretty girl employee who told us how kind and understanding we were? And the king baby's wife must accede to his every sexual demand. Didn't the marriage contract say that she must love, honor, and obey? King baby, you see, has a tendency to remember his wife's vows and forget his own. At work, he happens to be lucky enough to have employees. He terrorizes them, demands of them complete obedience. He's adept at twisting knives, cutting people up and humiliating them and making them frightened, insecure about their job. And he does this because it makes him feel better, it makes him feel like he's powerful. The king then is selfish, he is arrogant, and he is omnipotent. He demands everything and gives nothing in return. People must be absolutely obedient to his every whim. That's the king baby. Now, the king baby has a female counterpart, and we can call her Princess Baby. She's easy to recognize. She might sweep into a room a half hour late, and everyone must drop everything they're doing and notice her. Everyone must bow down to her. Her great need is to be the center of attention everywhere she is. Frequently, she speaks and laughs and loud, and what she thinks is an interesting way, but it isn't. If the princess feels like granting you a sexual favor, you are expected to be grateful to her to your death for having the privilege of going to bed with her. She demands absolute respect from her family and children. She whines and whimpers when all of her demands are not met promptly, and with proper gratitude for your having the privilege of serving her. And the princess is in deadly competition with her daughters. When they get to be teenagers and she's starting to sag a little, an ugly, hateful battle develops between her and her children. Like the king, she sees other people as things, not as human beings, not as equals to her. People are objects to be terrorized, bullied, and manipulated into loving and serving her, into being loyal, bullied, and manipulated into loving and serving her, into being loyal to her. That's the princess. Next is the ego tripper. I guess we've all heard of marijuana trips and acid trips and speed trips. The ego tripper is on all kinds of a trip like that. It's a person getting high on himself, some way, or getting high on the praise or adulation that he gets from others. The ego tripper always seems to be maneuvering himself into a position where others are telling him how great he is. The ego tripper is good at the polished put down. Sometimes he makes himself high, putting others people's down. Just a moment. Thank you guys for waiting. And grab me something to drink. I had one over here already. I didn't even know it, but when you get older, you have to eat. So I hadn't eaten today, so I have to eat a cracker, to just keep my sugar under control. As y'all digging this, man, I'm gonna get into some more different types. I'm gonna come back later, and finish up because I don't think it's appropriate to be on here eating. So I have to take a break.